YouTube. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hope you're very well today. We are going to get stuck in with Kerbal Space Program almost immediately, I think, because I'd like to get this done. So yes, we are today starting all over again with Kerbal Space Program with our mission to Eve and back, and that will be happening straight after these messages, probably from the Royal Marines. Enjoy. Oh, good, that's done. It's such an obligation, I mean, to talk to the non-subscribers. You don't know what they're like. Awful, just intrinsically bad people. Hello. How are things today? Good, thank you. It's, well, so yesterday, I've got nothing, by the way. You can wander off and come back in 5 minutes. You've missed nothing. Gardening yesterday. I would like it to rain, please. It stinks. It stinks. To quote Travis Bickle, the scum needs washing off the streets, but I do just mean the scum. There's just a disgusting stickiness all over everything now. My garden is straw and rubble. We've been pruning hedges, pulling up weeds, kicking in chairs and knocking down tables. I mean, I'll tell you something, actually. Is there anything what, sorry, I just got, now that I just get distracted by shiny objects. Someone's done an AI picture of Steptoe and Son. Why? Sorry. Take things off the screen so they don't distract you. Yes, is there anything more satisfying than pulling up a weed that really doesn't want to be pulled up? And not obviously by pulling up, I don't mean pulling the leaves off and snapping it. Feeling the closest I can think is it's like squeezing a spot and just feeling the pressure, just when the pressure builds up just at the head, just the moment of anticipation, the petit mort, when just before the skin bursts and it all spurts out. That feeling, I get exactly the same feeling pulling weeds, especially with both hands. This is the weed pulling technique, isn't it? That's how we all pull the weeds. When I'm pulling the weed, yeah, when the whole root system comes, when you feel it start to give, and it makes a noise, or maybe it's just a vibration. It's like a deep sort of click, like you're literally, feels like you're pulling someone's arm off with all the sinews and bones still attached. And you just feel it. You can feel the mass move, and the fear of at this point you cannot snap it. You can't snap it, and you just gently tease it up out of the ground, and in the end you just feel it, and you don't feel it snap. You're waiting for the pull, and you're waiting for it to just suddenly snap and get easier, but it doesn't. It's hard. It's hard all the way up, and then you finally take it out of the ground with all the sprinkly earth, and you hold it aloft, and there's a whole root system, and you know that weed is done. That's done. And you hold it aloft like, you know, like a dictator's head. No, there's very little more satisfied. That said, then you look at the rest of your garden and realise now you've got to do it 100 more times and think, fuck that, I'm going to just mow it and worry about it later. Genocide must feel as good. Yeah, I think it's probably this genocide weed pulling. It's probably the same part of your brain. So yeah, that was yesterday. Pulling weeds and distributing my garden waste evenly among the communal bins, so I don't get into too much trouble was the other one. Because I am a pussy, I did that at 1 o'clock in the morning, so no one could see me do it, even though no one would confront me about putting some leaves in the bin. It is, however, prohibited, and so I felt I had to do it early in the morning. Anyway, that is as exciting as yesterday got for me, so that's what you're missing out on. See, this is why I probably don't need a Discord server. My life, there really is no post-stream updates to be giving my subscribers. There really is no relevant information between 2 p.m. and then 10 a.m. the next day that can't just be spat out into a camera. So now we're caught up. I'm just going to buffer again. Hang on. Yeah. No, that is it. Good. Right. So we've got. I hope you're very well as well. Oh, I looked up Mick. Hang on. I might have him in my. Let me just have a look at my internet history. Don't share the screen. I found a contemporary picture of Mick from. I found a contemporary picture of Mick from Kickstart. Hang on. It's now I realise it was on my other computer, and I'm just. Oh, there he is. Yay, there he is. I don't know how contemporary this is, but hang on. Here we go. There he is. There's Mick. Fairly, as I say, he's 82 now. So if that's 82, this photo was at least taken in 2014, as I can see from the registration plate. But there he is. How's his stare? Yeah, he's done all right, hasn't he, Mick? He's done all right. I'll tell you what, if I'm looking that good in my 70s as well, the secret is obviously dangerous bike riding. Anyway, there we go. God bless you, Mick. I must have had quite the drink at some point. I'm thinking of I need to hold this thought and just see if I can be bothered. I'm just wondering if Mick should be promoted. Mick in his 1981 form, obviously, should be promoted to the status of an Alfie or a Mulhern. Yeah, maybe I might make Mick into a countdown clock so we don't forget him. Oh, who remembers that, eh? Oh, that was fun. That was a good Christmas. By the way, can I yet again thank you, people who joined me over Christmas. That was easily one of the best Christmases I've ever had. Here by myself, no family, playing Shenmue and talking to my friends, internet friends. That was just happy memories. That good. Anyway, right, good. That's enough nostalgia for a few months ago. I should probably get on with the game. So, seen that YouTube of Shatner at 95. Yes. Obviously, his face is obviously, a construct at this point. That's those. I like his teeth, by the way. I like he's got proper old man, pearly white, straight dentures. And him and his daughter have survived or are surviving. Is it pancreatic cancer? Something fucking vile, anyway. Good luck to him. And obviously some people are blessed. I mean, obviously I'm a fan of Shatner. He is quite aware of his unpopularity with his co-stars. His autobiographies are quite. I've said this before. They're very. I would definitely not say self-loathing. Self-loathing is definitely not something I would describe with Shatner, but he is more retrospect about his manifold flaws than you would expect. Oh, there's one story. I'm sure I know, because this is just, we're just caught in a pataloot now. I know I've told this before, but there's one story in his autobiography that really, it's really stuck with me, just as one of those. Just one of those old man stories that strikes a chord. When he was very young and he had moved to New York City as a young Jewish Canadian, trying to make it big, he had no money, and a sex worker took him in. He keeps quiet about the exact details, but I'm imagining young Bill probably was quite a dish. I've just spilt some water on my keyboard, which is not a euphemism for ejaculating at the mention of the word sex worker. It was just spilling. Let me just mop that up. Middle-aged man wipes fluid off his keyboard. Live on Twitch. Yes, he was taken in by a sex worker to live at reduced rent. No more questions. And they were very close. And she basically looked after him, nursed him through his first 6 months in New York. And he owed her a lot. And he then got successful and moved out. Got into loads of plays, obviously slept with famous actresses, basically got his career going. And about 5 years later, he was in, I might have been less, but he was in New York with his girlfriend, and he saw his old landlady walk past on the street, and he blanked her. He was embarrassed to be seen. He was embarrassed to be seen talking to her because she was a sex worker, and although she'd basically looked after him and taught him the ways of the city and kept him safe, he didn't want to re-engage with her. So she looked at him, and he walked past, and he didn't make eye contact with her, and he never saw her again. And he was talking about in his autobiography, it's a bit like, just to this day, every day goes past, not a day goes past without him regretting Shatner. But his book is full of little stories like that, just acts of selfishness and vanity that now haunt him for the rest of his life. And I found it a really kind of tender and vulnerable read. I mean, it is funny as well, but he's had a very very eventful life, and he has not acted at his best for a lot of it. And it's that, I guess it's that unique thing of getting into your 90s and realizing that you've outlived your people who are better than you, and you're left with these tormented memories. Anyway, like I say, Shatner's autobiography, surprisingly tender. Good luck to him. I've definitely told this story again. In an alternative timeline, I died of COVID given to me by Captain Kirk. My wife bought me tickets to watch The Wrath of Khan at the Hammersmith Apollo, with a half an hour with William Shatner chat afterwards, and it happened on the very, very last night before lockdown. So it was COVID was exponentially increasing. So of course I went out to the theatre. I really didn't want to, but I also really wanted to see Shatner. Went to the theatre, and it was basically 1/4 full because, most people had the sense not to go to crowded public places. And so I just sat in the front row. I didn't have He never believed he was good looking. He's smoking hot in. My wife, by the way, 60s Shatner is her. Oh, no, not true. Quantum Leap era Scott Bakula is my wife's